much. It's not the first time for me in the European Internet Forum, but it's always very stimulating to be here. So, few points. First of all, we raised 32 million of euros from 83 private investors only in Italy. It was impossible until 10 years ago to try to think that it was possible to raise so much money from private investors. And this is a first point. Second, the first digital revolution 30 years ago was the real technology revolution, because in the 10 years we saw disappearing entire industries and appearing new industries. We saw disappearing technologies and appearing new technologies like personal computer, like cellular phones, like the internet. This second digital revolution is not technological, is a cultural revolution, because government, people, enterprises need to change their approach to many things. One of these is the access. What does it mean? The next revolution for who work like me, not only on the future, but works on the future of the future, the problem is also to understand what is the next wave. And the next wave will be a third revolution where the access to information will be the main problem. Because for people that works like me on the information access, the actual artificial intelligence is not the beginning of the future, is the end of the past. Because it's the long tail of 20 years of technologies born in the 90s based on statistic and probabilistic algorithms. But one of the consequences of this is that these technologies choose anything for you. Choose information, choose which is the best book, the best news, the best movie. But the next generation of information on the internet will be different, because now you have when you search something on the internet, you search things that interest you. A movie, a friend, a book, a receipt. In the next 5 to 10 years, we will search on the internet information that will be about us, about you, your taxes, your healthcare, the school of your children, and everything else. So, the access to information will be one of the main challenges, main technological challenges of the next future. And the problem of the access, the problem of the change of the culture is important also in fintech, in money, the access to capital. Our example of a small company in Italy that, keeping the company in a small town in Italy, was able to raise 32 million from private investors. That is a worldwide record for private investors, is the example of how we can, changing our culture, pursue new dreams and new objectives. So, fintech can be a set of technologies that can change our daily life through a different way to access a loan, to access our bill on a bank, many things, many. But the tremendous power that the fintech technologies like the London Stock Exchange and the Elite program are trying to do is to create new platforms that will disintermediate the access to capital between large investors and companies. In Europe, we miss a venture capital model that work and that allow the companies to grow rapidly. Because the venture capital model, as in US, is not good for our culture and is not working. So we need new models. And one of the things that the Fintech can change in the next 5 to 10 years is to create a different access to capital for European enterprises and having a different model to grow that is not based on debt, is not based on loan, but is based on an equity model directly managed. That is a real revolution. Europe can be leader in this field and in this approach, and probably will find in this way its own and perfect venture capital model. Thank you.